Hello and welcome to day 3 of the 7-day detox. Today I'm going to be taking you through a soft, slow flow, continuing with the twist in the body to strengthen the digestive system and continue with that detoxification process. Now to start today's practice, we're going to be lying down on your back with a bend into the knees. Soles of the feet out nice and wide, and let the knees drop in toward one another, creating an internal rotation of your hips. And just allow the arms to relax alongside the body. You can have the palms shining up or the palms facing down. And if you'd like to connect with the breath here, then you can bring the hands to the belly space. Already starting to connect with the breath as you send the inhale all the way down into the pit of the stomach, allowing that part of the body to inflate, to expand as you breathe in, and deflate as you breathe out. Allowing everything to become soft, especially the back of the head and the shoulders here, rested down into your mat, finding full relaxation from the crown down to the toes. Now it's important to connect with the belly space here as we come into as we come into these twists. We're going to be breathing into the belly space, so it's great to get familiar with that action, that motion now. And you may come to each twist and you feel as though you should breathe into the chest or into the ribs, so you can take that. However, most of the time we will be breathing into the belly. Now as we bring the awareness to the breath, we can steady the mind, slow down the thought process. Landing within this present moment. Allowing the day to wash away as you arrive on your mat. In this moment, as we quieten the mind, can you start to tap into your intention for today's practice? A certain goal, a phrase, an affirmation or mantra you would like to connect with as we spend some time on the yoga mat. There's no right or wrong answer, there's no right or wrong intention, just whatever you would like to set for yourself today. Giving the practice a little more purpose, and also an opportunity for you to take this practice off of your mat and to carry into the rest of the day or the rest of the week. We'll take a moment to breathe that intention into the body. Set it into the body, set it into the mind. And exhale, release anything that no longer serves you. Already starting that detoxification process as we hold on to the intentions we're calling in, to the things that bring us happiness and joy, and we're signing out anything that doesn't bring that. All the things that don't serve us, that hold us back. Breathing in freshness. Releasing any negativity. We'll take one more breath just like this. Breathe in. all the way down into the pit of the belly. Breathe out, release, let go. We'll then heel toe the feet to come to about hip width distance apart when you are ready. Just taking a moment to ground through the soles, to align the spine so you have the ears, the shoulders, the hips and the feet all in one line. With your next breath in, we draw the right knee into the chest, wrapping the fingertips around the shin, drawing the knee close towards the rib cage. We'll start by rolling out the ankle and flexing, pointing into your right foot. Adding some heat, some mobility within that space. I like to call this oiling up the joints before we move into the initial yoga posture, the initial yoga pose. Just ensuring that you're going in both directions. You're pausing in any parts of the body that feel sticky, that feel stuck. And then continuing this circling motion into the knee now. So we're opening out your hip. So you can drive your knee out to the side, draw it close into the chest and press it away. Taking those full circles as big as you can. The bigger you take them and the steadier you take them, the more areas in the body we're going to tap into and the more intuitive we can take this movement. And again, making sure you're going in both directions. Then drawing the knee into the chest with your next breath in. We then take the right ankle over the top of the left thigh, let the knee drop out to the side and open out your hip. Now it might feel nice here, just allowing the knee to drop out to the side. You may need to press the thigh bone away from you, further opening out your hip. Or, if you'd like, for more intensity, you can loop the hands through the legs and take a hold of the back of the left thigh. Creating a flexion in the right foot so we can protect the ankle. So pointing the toes up towards the ceiling, engaging through them. And as we protect the ankle joint, we then protect the knee joint. Breathing deeply into the right glute. Allowing the body to be soft. Making sure the back of the head and the shoulders are rested down. We're not lifting the head up, creating tension in the core by crunching or crunching in the back of the neck. The whole of the body is rested down. We're relaxing into this space. We'll just take 2 more cycles of breath here. And slowly releasing the left thigh if you have hold of it. Starting to heel toe the left foot over towards the right side of the mat, just so we have space to then allow the left knee and the right foot to drop to the left side of the mat. Now just lifting up that right hip slightly, planting into the right sole of the foot as it drops to the side. It drops down to the earth. We're creating a little twist in the belly. Now you might want to take the hands to the belly here if this feels like enough. Or to open out through the chest, we expand through the arms, taking the wrists in line with the shoulders, either lifting the gaze to the ceiling or over towards that right palm. Breathing into the belly. Exhale to side out. Take a full breath in. Full breath out, release. With an inhalation, start to slowly guide the legs back to center. Heel toe that left foot to come back in line with the left hip. We uncross the ankles, the right sole of the foot plants down. Both arms drop alongside the body, palms pressing down, plugging into the soles of the feet with an inhalation. Slight tilt of the pelvis as we send the hips high, peeling off each little vertebrae, charging up through the legs, coming into bridge pose. Engagement through the inner thighs, the knees don't drop out to the side. Still breathing into the belly, watching the rise and the fall. Engaging through the glutes, can you lift that a little bit higher? We spend one more inhalation here. Then use the exhale to lower through each little vertebrae, dropping all the way down to your mat. We take that whole series over to the other side now. Hug the left knee into the chest, wrap the fingertips around your shin. Rolling out the ankle, flexing points into the foot. Taking it steady. If there's any clicking or crunching, that's okay. Breathing through it, feeling that release. Usually my left toes are very clicky, so if you hear that, then and I'm sorry. And then continuing this movement into the hip as we take the knee out to the side. Hug it in close and press it away, moving through those circles. Flowing steadily, moving mindfully, tapping into where feels good and where doesn't. Making sure you're going in both directions. Oiling up the joints. Beautiful. And when you're ready, we'll cross the left ankle over the top of the right thigh. Let the knee drop out to the side, open out your hip. Now this side might feel a little different to the first, so cater to that. If you feel tighter, then maybe you need to stay here. If you're feeling fairly open on the left side today, then you can take the left palm to the left thigh bone. Start to press the leg away. You can then loop the hands through the legs and take a hold of the back of the right thigh if this serves you today. If you're feeling super open in that left hip, in that left glute. And usually the hips hold a lot of tension. This is where your stress and your trauma is held. So envision your exhale going down to that space if you feel the tension start to build. Almost as if you're dropping a little bath bomb down into that space, you're unfolding. Dissolving the tension. One cycle of breath at a time. Spending one more breath in here. And one more breath out. Slowly releasing the back of the right thigh, we start to heel toe the right foot over towards the left side of the mat. The right knee, the left foot now drops to the right side of the mat. Finding that twist in the belly, lifting the left hip away from your mat. And you'll feel a little stimulation in the outer side of that left hip, and the outer side of that left leg, that's normal. Taking the hands to the belly or opening the arms out nice and wide, wrists in line with the shoulders. We lift the gaze to the ceiling or over towards the left palm. Take a full breath in. And a sigh out, release. One more just like that. Breathing into the belly space. Find that full release as you sigh out, you let go, purge. Guiding the leg back to center, or the legs back to center. With your next inhalation, unraveling the legs as you plant both soles of the feet down. Taking the feet hip width distance apart, the arms alongside the body, palms pressed down. Finding that tilt in the pelvis as we slowly lift each vertebrae away from the mat, coming into that bridge pose. You have the option to take this a little bit deeper if you would like, interlacing the hands underneath the body and shimmying the shoulders underneath you to lift even higher. Engaging through the inner thighs, pressing into the soles of the feet. We breathe into the belly. Pause for the exhale. One more inhale. Exhale to slowly release and let go, unraveling the fingertips if you have them underneath you, taking your time to lower each vertebrae back down to the mat. We'll then take a little windshield wiper motion of the legs, letting the knees drop to either side. Creating an internal and external rotation of the hips and then switching over to the other side. So we're nice and even. Then the next time you drop your knees over to the right side of the mat, we come to the side of the body. We then use the hands to lift yourself up, making your way up into a child's pose at the back of your mat. Shimmying yourself round, drop the hips down to the heels and extend the arms forwards, the head melts down. Forehead can rest onto a block if you have one today, or down onto your mat. The chest can rest on the thighs, or if you would like, you can open the knees out nice and wide, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Allowing the hips to feel heavy as they drop down towards the heels. We tap into the points of contact that we have with the earth here. The tops of the feet, the shins, the knees. Plugging into the palms and the forearms. How do you feel in this position? Take an inhale and an exhale. With an inhalation, we come up onto the hands and the knees, making your way to tabletop. Start to shift the weight into the left knee as you pick the right one up off of the mat, sending the toes to the ceiling. Zip the belly button in towards the spine, so we're engaging through the core, and try to lengthen through the whole of the body. Even though we're lifting the leg, don't drop the belly. See if you can hug it inwards and squeeze the rib cage inwards as well, as if you're wearing a corset. We breathe in here with the leg up. As you breathe out, draw the knee to nose, curl it inwards. Firing up the core, inhale, sending the leg high, toes to the ceiling. Exhale, knee to nose, inflate through the back of the heart. We take one more inhalation. This time, as you exhale, bending into the knee and stepping the foot between the palms towards the top of the mat. You can release that right hand and swing it round to the side and heel toe foot in to the midline of the mat if you need a bit more space there. Sinking the hips nice and low. We feel a stretch in the top of the left thigh. Take the arms up and overhead as we breathe in, settling into low lunge. Breathe out, soften the shoulders. Engaging through the inner thighs just slightly so that right knee doesn't drop out to the side. We're hugging it in towards the midline. It stays stacked on top of the ankle. Gaze softens, take it forwards just out in front of you, slight lift of the chin. One more inhalation here. As we exhale, keep the right fingertips reaching to the ceiling. The left hand drops to the inside of that right foot. You can come onto a block or onto your fingertips here, or if you're fairly open in the shoulders, you can plug down into the palm. We stack the shoulders on top of one another, pressing the floor away from you with that left hand, lifting the gaze towards the right palm. Take an inhalation here. Then as you exhale, bend into the elbow, driving the elbow backwards, fanning the fingertips out. Then with an inhalation, we start to reach the fingertips towards the top of the mat. Open out through the side of the body, the bicep runs along the ear. As you exhale, we drop the fingertips down to the mat, create a full circle. The inhale starts to guide the fingertips back up into that easy twist, twisting from the belly. We take 2 more of those. So we breathe in here. As we breathe out, bend into the elbow, cactusing the arm. You can take the gaze behind you if it feels okay in the neck. Inhale to expand, bicep around the ear. Exhale, drop the fingertips down to the mat. Swing the arms all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, bending 1 more time. Inhale to expand. Feel that tug from the hip all the way up to the armpit. Exhale, full circle, dropping the fingertips. Inhale, the arm rises. Beautiful. As we exhale, the palm then drops down to your mat. We tuck the left toes under, lift the left knee, and hop to the top or step to the top. Coming to forward fold. Give the legs a little shake if you need it. Rising all the way up as you inhale, taking the arms up and overhead. As you exhale, hands drop in front of the heart, prayer. Inhale, the arms rise. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. We take halfway lift as you breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Soften into the knees, plant into the palms. Both feet step back. High plank position. As we exhale, drop the knees down, untuck the toes. Sink the hips to child's pose as you exhale. Full cycle of breath to reset before we go over to the other side. Breathe in the freshness. Release any stale, stuck, stagnant air held within you. Let it go. Up onto the hands and the knees as you breathe in, tabletop. Shifting the weight into the right knee, the left knee lifts with another inhalation. Finding that stability first, that strong foundation, making sure you're not shifting too much weight over into the right side or pressing evenly between the palms, just as much into the left one as the right. We pause for the inhalation. As you exhale, draw the knee to nose, inflate through the back of the heart, zip the belly button in. Inhale, lifting the toes. Exhale, knee to nose. Little rhyme there. Inhale to lift. Now exhale, knee to nose, and step the foot between the palms to the top of the mat. Again, releasing that left palm if you need, swinging it round. Either way, we meet in this low lunge position. If the back knee is quite sensitive, you can grab a cushion or blanket underneath it, or press a little bit more into the top of that right foot to release that weight onto it. The arms sweep up and overhead as we breathe in, and we feel comfortable in the hips and in the thighs. Exhale to soften the gaze and soften the shoulders. Lovely. Just pausing for 1 more inhalation, slight lift of the chin. As you exhale, the right palm drops to the inside of that left foot. Left fingertips reach for the ceiling, press the floor away, twisting from the belly and expand through the chest, stacking the shoulders. We breathe in. As you breathe out, bend into the elbow, cactus the arm. Inhale, reach the fingertips to the top of the mat, bicep along the ear. Exhale, dropping the fingertips down, you create that full circle, rising all the way up as you breathe in. 2 more of those. Exhale to bend. Inhale to expand. Exhale, circle. Inhale to lift. Final round, see if you can slightly over-exaggerate, take it a little bit further. Exhale, bend. Inhale, open out through that side lung. Exhale, drop the fingertips and inhale to release. Nice bit of mobility into the shoulder there. Exhale, dropping the left fingertips down to the mat. Now the right toes tuck under. Lift the right knee, stepping to the top, coming into forward fold. Give the legs a little shimmy, a little shake if you need it. Then grounding through the soles, we rise up to standing, taking the arms up and overhead as we breathe in. Breathe out, hands drop to the heart, prayer. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, dive it down, forward fold. Half lift as we breathe in. Breathe out, fold. Maybe take it a little bit deeper. Bend into the knees, we can plant the palms down, we step both feet back. High plank position, breathe in. Breathe out, drop the knees down. Untuck the toes. Glide the hips back. Child's pose. Little rhyme there to finish that flow.
Beautiful. Now just taking some time to reconnect with the breath, to reconnect with the earth beneath you. Maybe you want to use this as an opportunity to connect with the intention you set at the beginning of practice. As we move through the flow, this may have escaped the mind, and that's okay. You can use this time now to draw the awareness back.
Thank you so much for joining me on the mat today. If you would like to join the full version of this practice, then the link is in the description box below to my online yoga subscription. You will find longer videos and more content here, and you can join at any time with a 7-day free trial. I hope to see you on the mat very soon. From my heart to yours, Namaste. Please also don't forget to like and subscribe, as this really supports my channel and it lets me know what videos you guys like. Leave a comment down below if you enjoyed this flow and what sort of series you would like to see next after this 7-day detox. Much love, bye!